Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Out of all the wonders of the world, there is none that is more impressive than the Egyptian pyramids. Yes, these magnificent structures have quite the history to them. For centuries, they have been known as burial sites for ancient pharaohs that ruled one of the most developed regions of the ancient world. However, there are a lot of creepy and intriguing facts about the Egyptian pyramids that many people have no idea about. With that being said, let's take a look at some of the creepiest facts about the Egyptian pyramids that we bet you had no idea about.
This is the find of the century. You're crazy if you think I'm not going in there.
Number 12. How were they built? One of the biggest mysteries about the Egyptian pyramids is the construction techniques used to erect them. The incredible feat of the Egyptians is all the more impressive when taking into consideration that over 2 million limestone and granite blocks were used to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. Each piece of masonry weighed about 2.5 tons. So how were these giant blocks moved? Unfortunately, the Egyptians didn't leave behind written records, and many theories have been proposed over the years. A 2014 study theorized that it could be as easy as water and sand. A wall painting dating back to 1900 BCE depicts a procession of men pulling a large statue on a sled as one person stands at the front pouring water over sand. Though it was originally thought that the gesture was purely ceremonial, there is scientific evidence that this painting holds the key to unlocking the mystery of how they moved all that weight. Researchers experimented pulling large amounts of weight on a sled across sand and found that when they added the right amount of water, the job was significantly easier. The dampness of the sand greatly reduced friction by up to as much as 50%. Making it much more feasible to haul large amounts of weight. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 11. The gift of telling the time. The Great Pyramid of Giza is not only the most recognized of Egypt's pyramids, it's also the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world that's still standing. The Great Pyramid is impressive for many reasons, but one of the most interesting characteristics of this celebrated monument is that it can also tell time. The structure actually acts as an enormous sundial, with its shadow telling the hour by falling on marks made in the stone. Of course, being the Great Pyramid, it couldn't just be any old sundial. Its level of sophistication meant that it not only told time, but was able to signal solstices and equinoxes, and therefore helped the Egyptians define the solar year. Number 10. Not every one of them is pointed. All pyramids aren't created equal. In fact, just as with many building types, there are distinct phases to pyramid construction. The earliest pyramids aren't the pointed structures we most commonly think of, but were actually flat. Many examples are found in the vast Saqqara burial ground located in what was ancient Egypt's capital, Memphis. The pyramids here are the earliest known and include the Pyramid of Djoser. Built during the 3rd dynasty and designed by architect Imhotep, it was constructed between 2630 BCE and 2611 BCE. It's considered one of the world's oldest monuments made of cut masonry and is not, in fact, pointed. Instead, it's a step pyramid where Imhotep had mastabas, Egyptian tombs of diminishing size stacked on top of one another. This topology is found in many cultures from the Borobudur Temple in Indonesia to the El Castillo Pyramid built by the Maya in Chichen Itza. Number 9. Egypt wasn't the first place where pyramids were built. People have been constructing pyramid structures for ages before the Egyptian pyramids, and the Nubian pyramids are a good example. The ancient Egyptians are the most famous builders because they highly treasured them, and also because many of them survived. The Egyptians built pyramids with limestone, a stone that was readily available in the country. They used the rough and easy-to-mine stones on the outside and the rare, hard-to-mine stones on the inside. There were other precious stones used, but mostly limestone. Number 8. They were built to escort pharaohs in the afterlife. Apart from being burial tombs for pharaohs and their families, the pyramids were also built to spiritually escort the dead pharaohs into the afterlife. The ancient Egyptians were quite religious, and they believed the pyramids were safe entries into the other life after death. The Egyptians believed in many gods and believed that after death, the pharaohs transitioned to gods. They built the Sphinx on the pyramid's entry to protect the dead kings from spiritual attacks. These beliefs led to the construction of these highly treasured structures. Number 7. The dead pharaohs also protected the pyramids with a curse. While the Sphinx was meant to protect the dead pharaohs from spiritual disturbance as they transitioned to gods, the curse of the pharaoh is said to have offered protection to the pyramids and everything in it, including the pharaoh's family and belongings. This explains why many archaeologists and researchers looking to unveil the mysteries of the pyramids have been stuck with bad luck and sometimes literal death. Some experts say that the illnesses are caused by bacteria, but the Egyptians know for sure that it is more than that. Number 6. The pyramids borrowed their design from the Benben stone. The Benben stone is an ancient conical-shaped stone that was venerated in the Temple of Heliopolis City. The temple was the primary religious center in ancient Egypt during the Age of Pyramids. The Benben stone was the basis of pyramidal designs, and most probably also the basis of the pyramids of Egypt. Several Egyptologists have claimed that the Benben stone was symbolic to the sun, as autumn was later associated with Ra, the sun god. It is also believed to be associated with the afterlife god. Number 5. The first pharaoh buried in a pyramid was Djoser. In earlier days before the Age of Pyramids, the Egyptians buried their dead, including pharaohs and kings, in pit graves with some valuable things believed to help them transition into gods in the afterlife. The first tomb was the mastaba, a flat roof structure with inward-sloping sides. Mastabas were built with mud bricks or stone. Architect Imhotep designed the first pyramid-shaped tomb at Saqqara, which was used to bury Pharaoh Djoser in the 3rd dynasty during the 27th century BC. Number 4. The Great Pyramid of Giza has a granite coffer inside. There's a granite coffer lying inside of the main chamber of the Great Pyramid of Giza. At first glance, you won't notice anything out of the ordinary. It seems just perfectly normal, but when you take a closer look, you realize that it is made of one solid huge piece of granite that cannot fit through the passageway that you just walked through to access the chamber. Was it brought in here, or was the Great Pyramid built around it? Number 3. The Great Pyramid of Giza stood as the tallest world structure for 3,800 years. The Great Pyramid of Giza reigned as the world's tallest man-made structure for 3,800 years. The original height of the structure was 146.5 meters, but was replaced by the Lincoln Cathedral, which was completed in 1300 AD at a height of 160 meters. The current height of the Great Pyramid, after erosion and the absence of the uppermost stone, remains at 138.8 meters. The Great Pyramid has an estimated mass of 5.9 million tons and a volume of 2.5 million cubic meters. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. Are you freaked out by the mummies found in pyramids? In fact, these mummies can be quite terrifying to behold because of how long they've remained buried. I bet you can have nightmares and feel haunted just by viewing them. Number 2. There are numerous tunnels under the pyramids. Another startling fact about the pyramids of Egypt is the existence of the intricate web of numerous tunnels and mysterious chambers and shafts under the pyramids. The tunnels are as old as the soil itself and behold thousands of artifacts. Not many people know about this, as the tunnel's excavations are supervised by the government and the information is held with quite a high level of confidentiality. The details of the commodities found under these pyramids in the tunnels and the shafts have never been shared with the public. Number 1. The temperatures inside the pyramids are always constant at 20 degrees Celsius. Say hello to the most effective ancient air conditioning. Despite the changing temperatures every now and then, the temperature inside these mysterious structures has never gone beyond 20 degrees Celsius. Egypt is a land that faces a very scorching hot temperature during the day, but that has never affected the temperature inside the pyramids. 20 degrees Celsius is the average temperature of the Earth. How the ancient Egyptians managed to achieve this high-tech design is yet to be discovered. With that being said, which of these creepy but fascinating facts about the Egyptian pyramids surprised you the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want more videos that will exist until the very end of time? Click on any of the videos that you see on the screen. And as always, thanks for watching.